We did the Flood show in 2013. A bunch of us here, promoters, Ron Sakamoto, myself, and Jim Cressman, and Harvey Cohen. So to speak, when this happened, a fellow named Sean Libben called me, knowing what my involvement had been in that, and said, maybe we could do something up in Edmonton. So, as I said, we put the band back together, only more so because of what we learned, and got Live Nation involved, which is a huge feather in our cap. They're the biggest promoter in the world, and they now have an office in Calgary, which they didn't before. So basically, we had like 5 of the major promoters with the majorist, if you will, promoter. Parry. We met at the James Joyce Pub on May the 9th, brought in some other people I knew that were in the industry, somebody, Gary McKenzie, that had been big at Chorus, and some Edmonton folks that happened to be in town, and big 10 of us just assembled around there and started banging our ideas. We had my phone, which people called in as the conference call line. They got a spot in the pub downstairs. They gave us a private room, and we started banging this out and just started determining this should be in Edmonton. The flood was in Calgary and obviously affected there, and Edmonton's the gateway to Fort McMurray and Commonwealth Stadium, and bang, 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 and just start putting together from that point to what you saw yesterday at the press conference.
Jeff, wide range of Canadian talent coming to Edmonton on June 29th. Give us a quick rundown on who's coming.
The first people that came in right away was Nickelback, which is amazing. That sort of set the bar. And then Blue Rodeo was really quickly thereafter. Again. And then Corb Lund, wanted to be there, obviously, the Alberta roots. The Rankin family, unfortunately, Raylene's no longer with us, are getting back together with Raylene, Jimmy, and Cookie to recreate the Rankin family, specifically for this event, and then who knows what will happen thereafter, which is cool. They have maritime roots. Alan Doyle, who's the lead singer of Great Big Sea, who's got, they've had great success in Alberta, and of course they're from Newfoundland, and there's a huge contingency of Newfoundlanders that have worked in Fort McMurray, so he jumped right on board right away. Dallas Smith, country artist, another country artist is Dean Brody, and Ian Tyson actually is going to come on, and the granddaddy of them all, although he'll hate for me to say this, Randy Bachman's going to be assembling with the Sadies, and yes, we've got quite and we have one other actor we're going to announce June the 11th, who's a pretty big size act. We can't announce until then. So I think we have 12 or 13 on the slate.
Jeff Parry on the show this afternoon. Jeff, you've seen the videos and photos come out of Fort McMurray recently. What has this tragedy meant to you personally?
Well, I guess having been through the flood, the irony is, the devastation and the physical aspect of it, but that's really the tip of the iceberg. And that people are going to suffer, and we've heard stories for years to come, and they're saying 7 to 10 years to rebuild. But the mental anguish people go through when they've lost everything is staggering. It's something that probably doesn't get enough ink, if you will. So, to me, it's about, as I said yesterday at the press conference, which could be taken the wrong way, is that great moments are created from great opportunity, and this tragedy is an opportunity for communities to show, to pull together, in Alberta, Fort Mac, and Canada, and it bonds a country, a province, a city, etc. When these things happen, they come together. So it's an opportunity to do that. The buzz we got from the flood when people came, Flood Aid show. Sorry. Just the feel good thing is it's overwhelming, really, what happens there. Hopefully this will put a bit of a smile on some of their faces, and a celebration of a rebuild, and on with it. And let's face it, as I said yesterday, Alberta's gone through some tough times, but the oil and Fort McMurray's got it squarely in the teeth with all the things that have said by certain celebrities, etc. So it's almost like maybe a cleansing and a reboot, if you will. And so that's. That was the take home that I got from doing with the flood show. We actually did a show for Winnipeg Flood back in '97, and it's not just about making money; it's about bringing people together. And we, probably got about 100 people now, sort of actively working on the committee that all just dropped everything, and are doing this. And it's that doesn't happen all the time.
Jeff, cool thing about this concert is that you want to see Fort McMurray residents and first responders go to the show free. How can people help make that happen?
I know TD Bank is going to buy $100,000 worth of tickets to give the first responders. So, we want to take care of all those that are affected. And, of course, there's going to be still a lot of people living in Edmonton from Fort Mac that won't be able to go home, et cetera. So, those people that are still there, and I think there's going to be a bunch of them, we want to get them out as well for no charge. So we're working on all those things. So go buy tickets for yourself and buy a couple more for the people in Fort Mac.